Hello everyone, Ace here, and today, let's talk about the recent controversy surrounding the sentencing of Shiloh Hendrix for daring to say a naughty word. For those not aware, she has been given a 90-day stayed jail sentence, plus 200 hours of community service, probation, and a $1,000 fine for using the dreaded hard R. All because the usage of such a word constituted fighting words and therefore was not protected under the confines of the First Amendment. Now, there are several reasons that I think that ruling is ridiculous, more than enough to make a separate video on that alone. Regardless of whether or not you agree with what she said, the fact that she has been sentenced for that speech is fundamentally anti-American. There is, however, another facet that will make your blood boil the way it makes mine boil, and that's the fact that the judge that is involved in this case has a history of giving scumbags who do bad things to little kids very light sentences. Now, personally, I would argue that anything short of a wood chipper is far too light a sentence, and anything less than that is an embarrassment to the justice system, and a failure of duty for those involved in the sentencing. Perhaps I'm a bit on the excessive side, perhaps my opinion isn't quite as popular as I think it is, yet something tells me most people would disagree with the notion of giving a man who did bad things to a 9-year-old only 30 days in jail. I personally would consider that to be a gross mishandling of justice for all involved in that. But even outside of the lack of justice there, it does raise the question as to why exactly this particular judge and why the legal system seems far more intent on punishing people for naughty words than doing bad things to little kids. The fact that one of the most horrific and disgusting things imaginable gets so often slaps on the wrist, while speech, such as, for example, naughty words, gets a crackdown, a harsher sentence outright. The very fact that the same judge is willing to so thoroughly abuse the very concept of justice in such a way is beyond disgusting. It is beyond forgivable. It is beyond acceptable.